What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? This is your girl Nala-Ife. We're gonna be doing a couple of things. We're gonna get into. This is going to be pretty much post full moon. I should have changed the title to indicate post full moon and Scorpio reading. This is um, my first reading coming back. Just a couple of announcements. I will go ahead and start the monthly readings. We're going to start off with the cusp signs, and then we're going to go into the individual signs. Okay, you can use these readings to check your sun, moon, rising, but this particular reading we're doing tonight is to for each. We're going to do Aries through Pisces, but the purpose of it is to look at what may be revealed to each sign, whatever you're strong in, okay, that may come up for release in this period, okay? Shout out to BBSR in this thing, okay? Go ahead and highlight my girl. She was in here, so I know she's going to hold it down. So, um, we're gonna get into this. This one's gonna be a little bit off screen. I'm finna flash myself because child, I'm missing all of three fingernails, okay? Like no joke. Like all like right before I was supposed to do everything I hadn't prepped my nails. Like y'all gotta see this. This is a mess. Okay? This is a whole mess. So I'm not going to like come on. So I can't be out here that's just that's I can't do that. So we got to get some stuff done. Okay, I'm the kind of person I can't do the same thing over and over again. I need some pizzazz. I got other sets I can do. I swear, I promise y'all, when I come back, I'm gonna have a full set, or it's just gonna be a nice, clean, manicured hand. But this right here is bothering me. In all of three, I do everything in threes, and look, three nails. One off of one hand, two off of the other hand, child. So when I saw it, I said, okay, you got to get your life. All right. This whole quarantine stuff, y'all. Listen, I'm getting my braids done finally. I got to go ahead, finally my appointment coming up, child. I can feel like fresh to death again. Okay, I'm a Capricorn. We clean. All right, we real. Listen, we earthy. Now we're real earthy. But as far as a presentation, listen, listen, we can't be out here with the bullshit. But now I'm gonna take me and my three nubs, and we're going to go back behind because with this particular reading, it is meant for it's an intimate reading. You can do whatever you want to do with the information that's being presented. I'm going to be using three decks here. Okay, all right, and I hope that you get what you need. Also, too, on my Nala-Ife Talks live channel, I did give the offering that if we are within the time, um I would do readings. If you guys have, I'll do one card pulls, okay, to get us rocking. Hold on one second, y'all. One momentum. Hey there, Lajane girl. What is going on? Shout out to you, mama. Hey there, Tawanda Vance. Girl, Tawanda, you say ain't nothing wrong with my nails. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is a mess. I can't. And this is not about being bougie. It's just about, listen, I could be a little ignorant and a little ghetto. All right. Now, I gotta be at least clean as hell in my presentation. Okay? You gotta pick a struggle. We're not gonna be ignorant and we're not clean as hell in presentation. So we gotta pick a struggle. So since I like to be a little ignorant from time to time, I gotta at least be clean as hell. You off tonight? Hey there, lovely Kai. What's going on? Girl, I know you be working. You work your butt off, Lajane. And shout out to you. And sister, I really celebrate you and do your thing. Ain't nothing but all love, all support. Y'all just gonna have to deal with me and my three missing nails because I'm just getting the feeling that you need to know what's going on. But y'all gotta hold on for a second because I need some I need some, whichever is the better one. I need some wraps, so I gotta let somebody know to get me some wraps, because midway through this reading we might touch the sky. I'm speaking code right now, so you know what I'm trying to say. I need some cigars. So hold on one second. I gotta let somebody know, like, hey, can you bring me this, please? Hold on, we're gonna get it together. All right, speaking of cleaning it up, so guys, I will be back on camera starting this week. After I get myself braided up, okay, get this crown affixed, because baby, okay, from where me and Miss Lajane come from, my ancestors is real strong, okay, real strong. So that means that my hair fights back. Like, I got freedom fighter in my hair, though, for real. But what that means is it don't take, like, you know what I'm saying? Who are these people? Like, I just want to ask, like, I've been to, like, if you go to natural hair salons, they're actually can be more expensive than going to, regular salons. But I'm trying to figure out who are these people on Instagram that can just, you know what I'm saying, put some Carol's daughter or some Miss, some auntie, what is that, Auntie Jackie's, or some you know what I'm saying, some curl custard. They can do, like, you know what I'm saying, a little twist here and there, and then boom. I've tried twist outs, I've tried rod sets. Y'all, my hair, I don't know. All I know is that, judging by my hair, my ancestors fought back. They had to be vigilantes. Cause I mean, I even got nicked by my own hair. So anyway, we gotta get the sister girl together, okay? We're gonna go ahead and get some little goddess braid things up in here, and then I will be back on camera. We will clean this thing up, and that way you can see me, and it's a lot more intimate. I have a lot more energy. I do feel a lot better, and thank you for those who reached out to me to check on your girl. I really appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey. It's a journey. So anyway, please don't judge me. Missing 3 nails. Extra, extra. Not what I like. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I feel attacked. When I look at my hands, I feel attacked. I do. I swear to God, I do. So that's just me going through the motions. So we're going to run through these pretty quickly. This is going to be, again, Aries through Pisces, and then I'm going to open it up for a 1-card pull. And when I thought about the 1-card pull, I was like, I don't want to do the 1-card pull off camera. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that off camera, whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that on camera, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Girl, oh, I love Carol's daughter, Black Vanilla. Oh, I do. It smells so good. Girl, you said you about to pay $120? Girl, do you go to, because we have, what is it called? Damn, what is the name of that? It's they have a popular, it's a natural hair care line, and I think that you have to go through their certification in order to work at their salon. And so it's 120. Lodge, this says 120. Like, you can go get, well, I mean, natural hair care is expensive. Like, it's more expensive to, people think that it's more expensive to wear lace front wigs and to wear the extensions. No, it is expensive to maintain your hair, and your hair flourish, and you don't, dry your hair out, put too many products on your hair, and have it taken care of, even to clip your ends. And I'm like, I don't listen. I have done, I do my twist. I try to do like a simple braid out, and I'm just not, my hair, listen, I bleach my ends. I bleach my hair. I don't bleach my roots. No. Okay, I don't have that cute little texture that they like to promote and act like everybody got that texture with the where it's just the right amount of nappy, which is beautiful, okay, and just the right amount of slip. Okay, I don't have that texture. All right, my hair zigzags. Okay, I think I have four, what is it called? You have 4A, B, and C. I think I have 4D. I think my hair is 4D or 4Z. You know, when you have when your hair makes a coil, it's easy to straighten your hair. When your hair is a wave, you can't, like when you're using a flat iron, you can go against the curl. You can't go against the wave. Y'all, come on. Y'all gonna have to, like, seriously. I wish I could insert picture right now. I could, but I'm just too lazy to go and find it. I want you to see, like, I want anyone who feels my pain. Does anyone feel my pain though, for real? What's up, Queen of Water? Braids can be expensive. I know this lady who's doing my braids, she did go to Arrogant Tay's. I'm gonna pay her this money for one, how long the braids last, the fact that she's gentle and she respects a sister's edges. She respects the edges, okay? And I'm going to pay her for the fact that she reinvests in herself. So the lady I'm going to, she goes, I think she went to a set like to learn. She goes to these different classes to learn. I think her most recent class, she went and studied under Arrogant Tay. You guys probably see Arrogant Tay all over Instagram, right? Arrogant Tay does, like, you know, I think Arrogant Tay does Nicki Minaj's hair. I think Arrogant Tay does I can't think of that girl's name when I think about Fetty Wap's so-called baby mama. I can't think of that girl's name right off. But he does her hair, but she reinvests in herself, and I love her work, and I love the fact that she's not one of those people that your hair has to be completely prepped for her to braid you and do a good job. She doesn't do all of that. She's not asking you for no ridiculous deposit, and I support the sister, okay? And if my money, I know is well spent, because if it means her business can expand, that makes me feel good, okay? But y'all, as hood as I can be, as country as I can be, I can be a bit bourgeoisie. I probably would have had my hair braided up by now, but it was a certain type of color that I wanted for my braids, and so I had to wait for that because Amazon is on a week delivery and shit. So I had to wait on that. I was like, okay, all right. So I'm telling you, and the day that Venus goes retrograde is the day that I get my break. So I'm glad that I at least have a relationship with someone that she ain't gonna fuck me off, okay? And I made the decision before Venus went retrograde. So for those of you who coming in here trying to see what's good, go ahead and fast forward to the reading, because I'm chopping it up with everybody. But yeah, if you have anything you want to do, any new haircuts, any type of new stuff, listen, try to hold this shit off until Venus comes out of retrograde, because Venus is in the sign of Gemini, and we don't need y'all out here getting fried. We don't need y'all out here getting cooked. And you know, us black folks see everything, and we can't help but fry, okay? And it's all love, okay? But but if you're gonna make the transition, whenever Venus is in retrograde, you could go back to certain beauty things. Like if you want to, like if there was a hairstyle that you rocked that you hadn't rocked in a while, and you know that that's very flattering on you, you could do that. No, like, I feel sorry for people who get cosmetic surgery done during Venus in retrograde, especially in Gemini, which is the communication sign. Okay, so you're gonna be getting words about the way you showing up. Okay, people gonna be wanting to willingly come to you and let you know what they think about how your style is. Okay, listen, just wait the little 6 weeks out and go on. Okay, recalibrate that. Don't try nothing new, because it's a good chance your sense of style may be even off a little bit with Venus in retrograde. Okay, it's cool to buy antique clothing. It's cool. You can buy clothing that's resold. Okay, something that has some value. Okay, something like that. You might even be able to do an antique style. You know what I'm saying? I to be quite honest with you, I love to see people with the 50s Liberty rolls, like the 50s hairstyles, and you know what I'm saying, they do something new and cool and fresh with it. I actually enjoy that. So you could do something like that. Okay. I'm sure that we could talk more about Venus retrograde, but I'm going to get into this right here. Venus retrograde, you may even have some old feelings come back up. Okay. So it's a little bit different than Mercury retrograde. Hell, I should be doing a Venus retrograde reading, but we're going to just do the full moon Scorpio. Figure out what we need to be releasing, what we need to get ourselves back to 0 point energy, okay? In time for the new moon in Gemini, okay? So we're halfway through Taurus season. Enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Nurture yourself, but child, okay? Queen of Water says, it's been sunny all week while I was working today, pouring on my Saturday. Oh, damn. So one says, oh, that's your natal Venus. Venus and that means you got style. You got some style. Because Gemini, believe it or not, a lot of Geminis are hella clean. A lot of Virgos. I don't know if it's a Mercury thing, but when we talk about beauty and luxury, we talk about Venus. When we talk about style, when we talk about style makers, things that look good, that communicate one's, sense of style. Believe it or not, I hand it to the Mercury signs, Gemini and Virgos, when it comes to being cleanly dressed or cool, like hipster energy, or you know what I'm saying, just a real fly kind of energy. I get a lot of but a lot of mercurial energy. They tend to have very great sense of style. A lot of beauticians are Geminis. Okay. A lot of beauticians are Geminis. A lot of people who are in the makeup industry are Geminis. So like I said, you could get it together. You could get. I mean, if you play your cards right with Venus and Gemini, you could look real. You could look real slick. You know what I'm saying? Real cool with it. But I'm not gonna risk it, child. That's why I was like, listen, I don't care if I have to wait 2 weeks. Let me go with the tried and true. Okay, colors that complement me. Okay, the style that complements me, and we'll try something new in a couple of months. Okay, so we'll just do it that way. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. What's going on? BB says, I'm a Gemini and I stay fresh to death, period. I'm a Gemini rising. You baby, like, come on. Okay, I was always the fresh ass big girl. Come on. I was always trying to play the big girls out here. Bitch, I was so fresh. Come on. Are you serious? Even though clothes and stuff, and I ain't talking about no name brands. I'm talking about fresh. What? Y'all see my closet? I had, some people will want to wish they can get my shit altered to, you know what I'm saying, if they're smaller build, right? To their size. I was fresh. Come on. Geminis are fresh, man. Like, come on. Virgos can be fresh, but I done dated some Virgos that, listen, I was like, what's going on with your style? But whatever they do, it's precise. Like, if they don't have no style, that's precise. If they do have style, it's real precise. But man, Geminis be fresh to death. What are you talking about? Like, everybody know that Geminis are fresh. Okay? Whoo, they call with it. All right, so then let's go ahead and get into this. All right. Aries or Pisces. What we need to be releasing insecurities, okay? I like to see people dressed up and fashionable, man. I love that. I love fashions and okay. I love it. Okay, ever since I was a little girl, I love style. I don't know. It's a big thing for me. All right, Aries through Pisces. Let's get into it. Okay. Yes, I am freestyling. BB says, I'm totally a trendsetter. I do things and 10 years later it catches. I'm telling you. I'm a classics kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I love the art of mixing the classics with things that are like new styles. I love that challenge to be able to blend the two. Classics that never go out of style with something that's trendy, and maybe one or two pieces on me that's trendy, but it's classic. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got their style, you know. Everybody got their style, but I just noticed that some of the most fashionable people that I have witnessed have been people who have strong Virgo and strong Gemini placements. But Aries, we're going to get on to what Aries needs to release. Some of the things that may be coming up for Aries, okay? Okay, refusing to see. That's the Two of Swords, okay? So Aries, in this next 2-week period, you may want to work on getting out of this sense of confusion, okay? Work on if there's confusion, get clarity. If someone confuses you, get clarity. And if clarity means that, you know, that you got to put some people off, then you got to do what you do. You got to do what you do. But this time, it is in your best interest. Do not be negligent and allow yourself to just stand in a place to remain in flux. Okay, this is a time where you need to see the things, see the truth. Okay, see reality for the way it's being, like what it is, and how you move in your world. Okay, how you navigate. All right, it's time to see the truth in a matter. Okay, some of my Aries may have been living in a delusion, and it's time to clear that delusion and see something for what it is. Okay, refusing to see can also mean willful, like willful energy. I hope you guys can see this, since I'm telling you to see something. It could mean willful energy. Let me put this up here. Thank you so much, Miss BB. Willfully being blind to something, okay? Willfully not smelling the coffee, all right? Not smelling what the rock is cooking, like willingly doing that. Yeah, you have the Four of Cups. This is rejecting maybe something that's coming to you, ideas and notions that are coming to you. But again, this is that willful expression. Oh, I hate that I'm listening, Neil. This is that willful expression of just not willing to accept anything. Okay. So we got to figure out what that means. Why are we rejecting something that could potentially open our eyes to a better, like to deeper perception about something? Okay, are we willingly holding on to an idea and notion because it makes us feel comfortable? It makes us feel safe. Okay, are you not seeing a portion of yourself that is time to die off? Okay, has this thing that you're not seeing, is it holding you back? Okay, let me pull a card from the After Tarot for my Aries. Oh, that just wanted to come out. All right, it's time to mend that broken heart. This is not normally like the traditional Three of Swords. This talks about the actual mending of a broken heart, mending disagreements. Okay, being able to see past one's hurt feelings, actually allowing yourself to shine from your heart chakra, because you're getting healing here. As you can see, the heart is bandaged up and the swords have been removed. Okay, this is about not living within your pain, but living for joy. Okay, let's get one more on this, because that can be difficult. And this is the Two of Swords. We see you sitting in this, but the promise to releasing this is actually healing from the pain that has either been self-inflicted or inflicted by another, which ultimately frees you up. It gives you the freedom to be the pioneer that you can be, that your sign is known for, to be the innovator that your sign is known for, to be a self-starter, in other words. Okay, Right. Getting you back to the King of Wands. This is your energy. Could be dealing with a fire sign or air sign person. You got a lot of air here, a lot of communication. And then, of course, with this King of Wands, you could be dealing with Sagittarius, another Aries, or also Leo. But this is ultimately getting you back to that place of confidence. Something you're holding on to, either some kind of perception that you have, is causing you not to feel confident in yourself. And that's unusual for, I wouldn't say it's unusual for Aries, but it's showing in your actions. Okay? And you having this, you're refusing to see the truth. And the truth be told is that if you just accept this cup, if you just take a moment to really look at your surroundings and look at the things that you can change, not the things you can't, but the things you can change. This is what lends us to the healing that is promised here with the Three of Swords in the After Tarot. And the King of Wands is you getting back on your throne, being able to command your energy effectively and efficiently. Okay, but you must release negative thoughts about yourself, even negative associations. Okay, and negative thoughts about other people. That really is just a you reverberating how you feel about yourself, but towards someone else, or vice versa, someone reverberating to you what they truly feel about themselves. It's time to heal and come out of that. It's time to raise your vibration. Okay, Aries. So that's what I got for you. All right. I promised you guys I was going to move quickly through this because I want to get to answering, doing some one card pulls. Okay. I want to get to doing the one card pulls and get it in. All right. So let's go ahead and keep it moving. The next sign is up is Taurus. Taurus. And remove that. BB says, I do love a remix classic. Always people be like, that don't go together, but I be like, it does. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm the type of person, I love that. I'm the type of person that'll put like a tweed, like Chanel inspired jacket with a nice blouse, pearl necklace, some like, and I'll wear it with a certain set of jeans and tennis shoes. Something that completely doesn't go together, but I promise you, the way I put it down, the way I put it down, this shit fresh. Okay. I also like some sneakers, like, and I'm clean. It's just the way you do things. Okay? It's just the way you do things. And you can even feel your energy when you're looking good. You know, you can make an outfit look good just by your energy, your aura that you're giving off. Okay? So Taurus, what's up for release for the sign of Taurus? Okay, Taurus, you have the Three of Wands. You have take the lead. So Taurus, where Aries may not be able to release or be able to make a decision, Taurus, what you need to do is let go of excuses in taking the lead in a situation. I'm gonna kick it real with you, okay? It's time to take the lead. I know it's the Taurus season. Happy birthday to all of my Tauruses out there. You guys will be the first up for your monthly reading, okay? I know, with exception to the cusp signs, I'll do the cusp as well. So Aries, Taurus, cusp, a Taurus, and Taurus, Gemini, cusp. Your readings will be first. So I do get that this is your season, but for this to come out, this means that those with Taurus placements may be having a hard time accepting that that it's time for them to take leadership. You have been prepped, you have been primed. We're waiting on you, Taurus. Okay? So this is releasing any insecurities that say that you're not ready for leadership. Any insecurities that say that you're not built for this. Any insecurities that say that you can't, you know, that you're not leadership material. you don't have what it takes to move forward. Any of those type of negative vibes, that is what over the next 2 weeks you definitely want to work on releasing, because you are very much capable of leading, and not only that, we'll be very thankful for it. Okay, you have the Five of Swords, so this could be environment based. Okay, it could be environment based. It could be mental mind games and manipulation that's being done to discourage you from leading, from discouraging of seeing where you are the master of your own universe. Okay, if there is any self-doubt, especially if it came from people outside of you, it's a time to release those. It's a time to put people in their place too, because some people take liberties, okay, that we allow them to take. Okay, and really, even though we want to blame the other person for taking those liberties with us, who were we to give our liberty and our freedom away in the first place? Right? So at this point, we have to check ourselves and see where we are holding ourselves back in the name of humility and keeping things cool. Well, you can keep things so cool that it's not cool for you. And clearly with the Five of Swords, someone is in conflict, either in your environment, Taurus. This is you in conflict with yourself, not having that belief in yourself, not believing that you can make a difference, you can make an impact, you can be a leader. Okay, whatever these themes are in your life, it's time for you to release any bondages that keep you from taking the proper lead that you deserve to be in. Okay, let's get you a after tarot. Okay, you have the Star card. Whatever you do will be successful. Let me tell you somebody who's taking the lead right now. Takashi 69. He's a Taurus, okay? Whatever you do will be successful, Taurus, okay? I know that the transits, I know that the energy, I know that the environment, what's going on in the world right now, and you having Uranus in your sign, these things are unnerving, okay? This is also ruled by Aquarius, which is co-ruled by Uranus, so it's no surprise that I see the Star card here. The things that you do, that make you uncomfortable, that you are conflicted with, because Taurus doesn't like rapid changes, and this is where that conflict comes in. It's time to surrender to this feeling of uncertainty and just do the thing, okay? And with the Star card here, this promises that everything is going to be for the greater good. It's going to be for the greater development of spirit and of you as a person and a being, okay? Not only that, you will find healing in enacting these changes in your life, removing self-doubt of all forms over the next 2 weeks, okay? Not only will you be able to have those changes, but you're also going to open yourself to universal downloads, okay? Not only that, you could also play as a example energy of what it means to strike out, do something new, and capitalize off of it, okay? So shout out to my Tauruses. I cannot wait to do your birthday reading. I know that it's late. Happy belated birthdays to some of my Tauruses that catch this reading. And I can't wait to post your updates, okay? But this is for my Tauruses out there. He said pink polish. Oh, can you see that? Girl, I need a manicure and everything. Yeah, it's trimmed in rainbow. It's trimmed in rainbow. Child, and I have a fresh set of this style. I have a fresh set, so there's no excuse, okay, for me. But baby, when I was in here doing my flippity doo day, them nails flipped right the fuck on off. I swear to God, they did. All right, y'all. So Gemini is up next. Gemini is up next. Oh, I didn't even put up. Did I put up Taurus? I didn't even put up Taurus. Sorry about that, BB. Because my girl show did put it in the chat. So Gemini, you are up next, okay? So Gemini, what is Gemini needing to release over the next 2 weeks after this full moon in Scorpio? And let's just say what the theme of Scorpio. Scorpio is about death and rebirth. Okay, so a lot of these energies that you're being asked to release, it's gonna feel like death. It's gonna feel like you've died a little bit, and you were in order to be reborn. So let's look at the theme of what the full moon fell in. Okay. And so with that, this isn't meant to feel good. So if you're looking for the feel good change, then you're probably going opposite to what spirit is asking of you. What, you're going opposite to your portion. So just think about that. It's not going to be easy. It is going to be a challenge. It is going to be scary. You will feel vulnerable. Okay. But those are all the ingredients to rebirthing into this super being. Okay. All right. Going from the ashes, the Scorpio represents the phoenix rising from the ashes, the higher octave of Scorpio. So this is all for you, for your growth, okay? And it's especially true for those who are Tauruses, who I did recently, just now, because I mean Scorpio's opposite to your sign. So this is very true for you. All right. So for those of you who are Geminis, what are my Geminis needing to focus on releasing over the next 2 weeks? And that was a sloppy one. These are also for Sun, Moon, Rising, everybody. So keep that in mind. Okay, now y'all got to take the lead, but I'm going to do another one because I really believe that was a sloppy. Okay, okay. Gemini, you just want to come in and take over everything? Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it because maybe Gemini needs to hear this. You got Venus going retrograde in here. Okay, so right now we have take the lead. We have crown chakra. We have listen, which this is the high priestess, and control. Okay, so Gemini, release. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Release the need to give too much information. Right now, you're learning to know when to speak, know when to release information. Sometimes with Gemini, it feels good to be able to communicate freely, exchange ideas, exchange your point of view. But right now, you're being asked to release the need to control dead air. Okay, allow yourself to take the lead here by learning strategies of communication that put you in a position of leadership, that bring you opportunities. Okay, this is being able to control your. I would say control. Maybe there is a little bit of control. This could also be word vomit. At this time right now, you may feel as though you need to give more information than is necessary. And if that is something that you struggle with in any shape, form, or fashion, this is a time to really put a cap on it. Okay. Right now, with this high priestess and listen card, you're being asked to take the lead by observing and listening and being able to gather information and absorb information around you, or command your surroundings via your observations and your actions, and not so much what you're saying of your mouth. Okay, this is a time for you to also be cognizant of how you communicate. Listen to yourself. Listen to what comes to your mind and the things that you just say, and or you feel compelled to say immediately. All right. This may be a time in which we release that kind of free-heartedness as it relates to communicating, and we have more controlled communication, more what is that called? Methodical. Like when you communicate, you do it methodically. Okay, and it's not just there to fill up the dead air. You know, you're not just sharing ideas for the sake of sharing ideas. You're doing this, you're speaking from your higher self. Okay, this could also mean that we stop out. I just got this hit for Geminis, especially if you have a negative tongue, if you tend to speak down on yourself, this is the time to cut that shit out. Okay, because it's almost as if you placate to people by talking down on yourself and not allowing yourself to be the true leader that you know that you can be. Okay, and trying to relate with everyone. Gemini, you have the ability to make people relate to you. Okay, instead of you having to placate to everyone else and relate to them. Okay, there's a need of you standing in your shit. Okay, and that's going to be releasing again a lot of that nervous talk, a lot of that nervous, energy, and also this need to make sure you're saying things that people can be agreeable with you. Okay, or saying things to be disagreeable just so that you can make an effect. Make sure that the things that you say or going forward, you release this need to do so, and that how you communicate is actually overall meaningful and it's direct. Okay, so a lot of this is going to come from you cutting the noise off in your head and instead listening to your environment and responding appropriately by putting yourself, and this would put you in the lead. Okay, so a lot of people are needing to step up on their leadership. I'm seeing. Okay, you have the Emperor. Okay, could be dealing with Aries individual, but this is also an archetype that tells us that we need to take command of whatever it is that we are charged with, anything that we're in control with. Take command of that, but do so by observing your environment and not being so quick to share your secrets, but instead allow the information to propel you forward. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so then let's pull you an after tarot card. Like, no, people, you're not allowed to people please. Okay, over the next 2 weeks. All right, if people are uncomfortable with your quietness and your observation, that's on them. It's not your job to make them comfortable because they thought wrong. Okay, all right, it's not your job to do that. All right, okay, we do have opportunities coming up. All right, this here says to me, when you have take the lead here and then we have the Two of Wands in the after tarot, this gives you more access to the world because you're showing up competent. Okay, you're showing up like someone who knows what they're doing, like someone who has a plan that we can follow, someone who can add something to the discussion. All right, someone who is knowledgeable. All right, and this is the source of this is that high priestess energy, because you have been in observation and you are highly connected with your crown chakra. Okay, you can't do this with lack of confidence. It's time for you to take your leadership. It's time for you to say you are that bitch. Okay, so if anyone has a problem with that, then that's just what it is. But you don't have to overreact to a person's, other people's beliefs about you, because in doing so, you justify their beliefs. By you not acting and observing and listening, okay, you give off the perception that you at least have something stirring in your mind that is worth listening to. If you know what I mean, it's like it's valuable, because when you speak from a place of observation and strength, and instead of placating to everyone in the room. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Cancer. All right, so Cancer is up next. Okay, yes, my love, BB. Okay, because I mean, I struggle with that, so I know what that means. You know, that nervous quietness, and you want to just talk and talk and talk. And right now, that's not the go. Not at least in Taurus season. You know, it's not the go. Right now is meant for you to observe and speak from a place of knowledge base that is relevant to the environment that you're operating out of, Gemini. So, you know, I know I just said a lot. I just did the thing I told you not to do, but you know, we'll work on it over the next 2 weeks. Cancer. We have Cancer coming up. These are for your sun, moon, risings. What are my Cancers needing to release over the next 2 weeks? We have Seek. Okay. All right, so this right here is normally the Hermit card. So Cancer, it's time to come out of hiding. Okay, it's looks like you've been doing a lot of introspection, but Cancer, it may be a time to come out of your shell. Okay, with that C card, you have been doing a lot of introspection, a lot of self evaluation, and it's time to come back into the world. Okay, it's time to come back into the world. You've gained a lot of knowledge in this time, and it's time to apply it. All right. Also, too, releasing anything that keeps you in a pattern and routine that is old and outdated. Okay. Cancer, it's time to join the new revolution. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but it is. It's time. Okay. It's time. Cancer also too with this, do not get distracted or be in fear that whatever choices that you're going to be making over the next 2 weeks are going to bring you some kind of grave change. Let go of that fear. Okay, you have many options. Lend yourself to the wisdom, not so much the emotion at this time, but the wisdom, and your cards are just slipping out. Okay. All right, you do have the Three of Swords, you have the Page of Cups, and you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so you may even, I'm gonna say this, some of you need to release your ex. Okay, you're stuck like glued to the ex. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Some of you need to release the ex. Some of you need to release the fear of dating. Okay, like you're just taking your time, and that's the goal. All right, the goal here is to allow yourself to be romantically charged. Okay, stop this operating out of a place of fear will keep you in a broken relationship and with low self-esteem and feeling rejected and having abandonment issues. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, not gonna lie to you. So the other side of this is understand that these choices that you have allow for you to have variety in life and allow for you to see your value, obvious value to others. Okay. But if you operate out of fear, you'll always choose wrong. And you're being told to just kind of slow your roll and enjoy the attention. Okay. Don't be so dead set on one particular person because it reminds you of something you're familiar with. Okay, it's time to allow yourself to have a little bit of variety in the way of love. Also, too, um, for whatever reason, I don't know which Cancer I'm speaking to about this. You don't have to. We get it. We get it. Some of you have not honestly are afraid to be the sexual vibrant beings that you're meant to be. I mean, you are ruled by the moon, and that's the ultimate sign of femininity. Okay. And some of you are afraid of this. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. Some of you are afraid of of being in that energy. I don't think it's because of other people and people judging you. I just think that there could be a little bit of, I believe it's pain from something that has went down in the past, and you're still punishing yourself for how someone else mistreated you. And this is fucking with your self-esteem and not allowing yourself to shine the way you can. Okay, and that you could be known for. I mean, it's beautiful when a Cancer has confidence and they're on their full energy, their full goddess energy, whether they're male or female. It could really be a beautiful sight to see. Not only that, you guys don't stay single for long when you are in this energy. Okay, I don't know if you're still stuck on that heartbreak, but even through your heartbreak, sweetheart, make yourself available to new opportunities, okay? And the person will come. I mean, it's passive, like it's passively. I'm also getting the energy of some of you running to someone and allowing yourself to be self-degrading in a way to get next to somebody. And this person views it this way, like they're taking their time. But I don't know. It's almost you have all of this power of seduction and this ability, but but some of my Cancers, you need to release this need to win over the person who doesn't appreciate you. In simple terms, like this drive to receive some sort of validation from people who reject you. That's most definitely a need here. Okay? And you have opportunities. But some of you you could be dealing with Virgo, you could be dealing with Pisces. But some of you need to stop vying for the attention of people who have rejected you and don't see your value. Because if you can stop doing this, then you can gain your confidence back and you can see yourself for who you really are. That's what I'm getting here. So releasing that need to gain approval from people who are not qualified. They're not even vibrating high enough to even see your true value, or you may not be intended for that person. Okay, but this is like, it's almost sadomasochism, in a way. It's like self-torture is what I'm getting here. And I'm trying to understand why, but I don't really need to understand why. You understand what's going on. Just cut that shit out. Okay, so that's something that with this full moon in Scorpio, you definitely do need to release. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Leo, sun, moon, rising. What is Leo needing to release over the next 2 weeks? That reading kind of bothered me with that Cancer reading, because Cancer is magnificent. Like, I know that no. I think that anyone who Cancers really love and nurture need to truly be worth that love and nurturing. Because what happens, and let me stop my hands real quick. What happens is, and this is for anybody, it can make you jaded when you constantly experience going after something that wasn't meant for you in the first place. You will take the rejection that you experience, or the being taken for granted that you experience, and the people who actually do want you, the kind of the issue that Pisces has sometimes. The people who do want you, you're not able to, you don't have time for them. You're not able to give them any kind of play. And it keeps you perpetually unhappy because you're going after a source that doesn't appreciate what it is that you have. Okay, and it doesn't mean that that person's a bad person. It means that that is not your person. And there's an issue with my Cancers being able to identify who is their person, because possibly one could be choosing off of feeling as though they, this person needs you. So some of you may be pacifying people and in love with someone that you can nurture, or who seems like they're weak, or seem like they need your mothering or their love, whether you're male or female. And this is keeping you in a cycle in which the real gifts that you have are not appreciated. And the people to whom you could be giving those gifts to, you become so jaded that you don't connect with your tribe. You don't connect with your man or your woman, because you are pairing yourself with someone as a challenge to win, and people may be using that softness that you have, that nurturing that you have, against you. Okay? So it's time to release that. Most definitely. I don't know, that may not, in another way that this can be interpreted too, if that's not your story, the other way that the Cancer energy can be interpreted is those of you who don't show yourself, who don't show your beauty, who don't show your sexuality in a sense of how it's expressed in your aura, because you may feel as though you're not in tune and you couldn't be further from the truth. Okay? You are amazing. And it's a time to realize that and put to rest any type of doubts that you have in your ability to harness the divine feminine and express it. Okay? So, and that could be happening. A lot of this, the North Node did move out of Cancer. So this is time to put those old relationships and situations to death finally. Okay? All right, so then let's go ahead and get into the sign of Leo. I'm sorry, Leos. I had to get that out. Leo, sun, moon, rising. Leo, sun, moon, rising. I am not moving through this quickly. I can tell you that much. So y'all bear with me. Leo, sun, moon, rising. We'll just take this one. Okay. All right. Leo, take the challenge. Okay? Take the challenge. It's time to release this fear about this challenge that is ahead. You don't have to have all of the bases loaded. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to, your victory doesn't have to be assured through your associations for you to be victorious. Okay? It's time to release this fear of people being petty. People are going to be petty. People are going to be competitive. Okay? People are going to try to challenge your gangster. All right? Don't take this as an offense. Take this as an example or a milestone that you are that bitch. Okay? So don't be afraid of being challenged. Don't be afraid that someone's going to make you look stupid, or someone's going to use you, okay? Or try to diminish you. All right? You are primed to step up to the challenge. All right? So any doubt that keeps you from fighting, even at the bottom of the deck, even though I hadn't shuffled this for you, you have the 7 of Wands. I like to believe that it's relevant, okay? So the court will allow it, okay? The court will allow it. Anyhow, don't be afraid of a little bit of conflict right now. Speak your mind, okay? Some of my Leos could be experiencing bouts of insecurities. A lot of people are feeling insecure in this time, especially with what's going on in our climate. You may be thinking that the best aim or the best thing to do is to play nice at this time. But if you are playing nice and you're getting the short end of the stick, then you're not doing yourself any justice. Okay. So it's not about that. It's about competing. Okay. And if this time brings competition, then you do what you got to do. All right. We have to release the fear. Release the fear. Everyone is not going to like it. So what? You know what I'm saying? So what? You don't have to please everybody. Okay, Leo? So what? It's not about being selfish. It's about facing and standing up to the challenge, which Leo normally doesn't have a hard time doing. But Leo can sometimes struggle because, believe it or not, some people think that, Leos like drama. Well, Leos do love drama, but they don't like conflict. So there's a difference, right? Leos can, love the drama of the situation. They can appreciate the emotions in the situation. Leos don't like to sometimes rock the boat, however. Okay, believe it or not, Leos generally have to be pretty upset and pretty moved spiritually or passionately to rock the boat. Okay, and so sometimes Leos will get along just to get on. Okay, but if you have something that you need to do, just because it ruffles feathers, the right people are going to appreciate it. So do not be afraid of challenging the status quo, especially if what you're presenting or your ideas or your position in life stands to benefit from your input. Okay, this is a great time. Okay, it's going to be well received with the Knight of Cups there. Okay, also too, if you are a Leo, you've been wanting to talk to someone, but you feel intimidated by this person, you feel like they're not in your lane. I don't normally give this advice. I'm going to say this: the lane may not exist for you at this time. Okay, so don't hold back thinking that someone is not in your lane or you're not in their lane or whatever. All of that is a bunch of BS for the Leo energy. Go after, if you're male. I have my bias about females. I don't care for females chasing. I think that keeps you prepared. No, it makes you look ignorant as hell out here. Anyway, I don't believe in women chasing, but some women, y'all believe in that. Do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is that don't feel as though you are not that person. You are not, this person won't like you, okay, or is going to judge you, or you may not be their type. Okay, you could be sorely wrong. Okay. Based on what I'm seeing here, you do need to go after that person. And then we also have, I can't make this do it, we also have the Wheel of Fortune in the cut. Okay, so to me, it may be a relationship that could start, and this is a very attractive person that could either be coming towards you, could be flirting with you, and some of you may be convinced that this person don't want that. No, they want the smoke, they want the love, they want the cups. Okay, with that Knight of Cups. All right, so don't be afraid of them. All right, don't be afraid of them. Then we're pulling your energy, Queen of Wands. You are that bitch. Isn't that simple? Okay, Leo, that was a simple read. You are that bitch. Okay, you are not out of like don't buy into the hype of the league of someone being out of your league. Okay, if you're a Leo male, then you know what that means. That means that you need to shoot your shot. Okay, and get rid of that fear, because you may have a little bit of competition. So what? Okay, so what? You got something to offer, and it's something good, apparently. All right. Okay, so we're going to move on to Virgo. What you say, Lodging? That is for you, girl. Okay. You know you that girl. You know you got it. Okay. You be serving us. Okay. You be giving us life. Okay, Lodging? You be giving us life, honey. You serve us up on the Instagrams, okay? Period. Like, that's goals. You know what I'm saying? It's goals, all right? That's all I'm saying. Virgo. Shit. Virgo. This is for Virgo, the sign of Virgo, sun, moon, rising. What are my Virgos needing to release over the next 2 weeks? can't do it alone, Virgo. You got the Two of Cups. You cannot do it alone. Okay. It says here coming together. So if you have anything that you feel that you can't bond with people, you can't come together with people, things that you can't emotionally connect, if you're in fear of that, you got to get rid of that shit. Okay. It's time to lead with your heart. Okay. Um, I don't care anything about the archetypes. You know, people put the archetypes about what each sign is known for, and Virgos, like historically on every post, you'll see them on Instagram, you see it here on YouTube, you see it on Facebook, is a, you know, there's this air of coldness and calculation when it comes to love with Virgos, but it doesn't have to be that way. And these next 10 years will definitely show you that. Okay, it's time to come together with people who love you. Okay, sometimes Virgo have the same issues with that Cancer, we were just seeing with Cancer, where you get stuck or you feel comfortable in relationships that you have to work for that person's love. Okay, and that can leave you jaded once the relationships are over with, because the perpetual bachelor or bachelorette is Virgo. Like, Virgos don't have to be in a relationship. Virgos make great friends. They have a whole network of friends and family members. They can be the perpetual bachelor or bachelorette. Okay, they do not follow society's, like, you know, partnership guidelines. Okay, but there is potentially something you've picked up over the last year, which has made you be very clinical in your approach to love and in your approach to bonding. And right now you're being asked to release that chip, to knock that chip off your shoulder when it comes to love, and to allow for more bonding with your friend groups. Okay. For all Virgos, this may not apply. Okay. But that's the first read that I got off of this. The second read I got off of this is releasing the broken relationship, because that started to come out when I started speaking, but now I'm going to speak on it. Virgo, if you're in a broken relationship, it's broken. Okay, it's time to acknowledge that. Okay, so if there are bonds that are parasitic in nature, it's time to release that. Okay, if you know for sure you're not getting fed emotionally and spiritually in this bond, and if you feel drained by the process of love, you may be needing to look for some kind of escape routes. Okay, right now. All right, because that family bond isn't coming together the way that you envision or the way you need it to for your own self. Okay, so it may be something you need to look at. We also have the Seven of Wands, and you're fighting. Excuse me. You are fighting for this. And guys, I'm going to take a break for a minute or two to go get me a tall glass of water, because I've been sitting here running my mouth. Okay, so to wet my palate, I'm going to go ahead and take like a break for a minute. I'm going to stay live, okay, but I'm going to just brief intermission in between for the sign of Libra before I get to Libra, okay? But Virgo, you are fighting for this connection. You're fighting for this bond, but is this bond fighting for you? And so that may be something that you need to evaluate over the next 2 weeks, okay? To make it short. And then we're getting this, okay? So to open up opportunities. This is in alignment. Is who else got this? I think Gemini got this. I could be wrong. But the Two of Wands is opportunities. You also see two individuals here making decisions together. So there's not one person. There's two people. So I'm going to say this, you know, for those of you who are running away from love and fighting love, this is what you could have. You could be ruling the world with someone, your world, whatever your little corner of the world is, all right? But maybe holding on to the narrative that you can't be loved, all right, is keeping you from the ultimate outcome. This is what the other side promises. It promises that you find your equal, the one that you're equally yoked with, okay? And it also ensures that is equal for your partner. Oftentimes in these readings, we talk about what we want, but we also have to be cognizant if it's relationship related, it's not about you, right? It's about the other person. And if the other person is going without, ultimately you go without, right? So it's about finding a balance with someone. And I'm also seeing here is to release the fake. It's something about releasing the fake that I'm getting. I'm getting that Virgo, you're actively, for a lot of you Virgos, you are actively holding people back and pushing people away. All right, because you're uncomfortable with that kind of love. Okay, you've never had it, and for whatever reason, you're frightened of it. So that could be too something that you're up for release. All right, guys, give me a minute. Give me a little bit of some time. Okay. Yes, give me just one moment. I'm going to just come off camera and we will start back up with Libra. Okay. So I'll be right back. One moment. One moment. Okay, y'all. I'm back. All right. Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay, now we're on Libra. 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 Okay, what are my Libras needing to release? BB say you too busy busting your thumbs, girl. I'm gonna tell you something. I've been I got a couple. I've been following a couple of DJs, and child, I be blowing up the chat room. Okay, because you know everyone's stuck in the house, so we can't go to the. You know what I'm saying? We got to do the virtual hangout. But baby, anytime you think you bad, honey, I'm a quick draw. When it comes to like texting, I'm quick. Okay, you know Gemini's rule the hands, honey. I'm quick. Emoji, like I can give you, I don't have to say a word. I can give a whole paragraph per emoji and placement of said emojis. Okay, period. Okay. The DJs have been going in. Ninth Wonder on Instagram does like a quarantine radio. D Nice, DJ Mouse on like they do like a quarantine radio. So I follow. So those are like real, like well-known DJs and shit, right? But I also, follow some other well unknown, DJs or whatever. But baby, yes. Okay, so I think everybody's been on. I think I've been seeing a theme on social media. Everybody's been doing like 90s rap, like 90s hip hop, 90s and early 2000 hip hop mixes. I'm saying, and if they're not doing it, they're doing old school. And then everyone was doing, like, I think on the day that Prince, passed, there was like everyone was doing like, on their sets they were mixing in Prince hits, you know what I'm saying, or doing like a whole set dedicated to Prince's music. So, baby, I'm gonna have to let some of y'all know where we can go hang out virtually. All right. I put it on the little sound bar and it's going in. Have a little drink, a little smoke, and like it's just a whole mood. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go ahead and set it up for Libra. Libra. Okay, what is Libra needing to release over the next 2 weeks? I don't know why I thought I was finna say, when I was about to say 2 weeks, I was about to say 12 months. So I don't know, Libra, what's going on with you, but whatever this is, it's going to be a major release for you to kind of reset some things, okay? And so this is anything that's holding you back from success and growth. Libra, I'm going to tell you right now, release the need to create the inspired version, okay? Libra, I'm going to say it again because I love you. All right. And even though we are cardinal signs, Saturn is exalted in your sign, okay, which is my ruler, since I'm a Capricorn. Please release what could be holding you back, Libra, is this damn inspired versions that you do, okay? We get that you are a Venetian sign. But you got to release this because you actually are very creative and can produce original material. Okay? So release this and it will take off. Okay? It could be creating frustration for you. Like they was dragging my girl Cardi B because Cardi B couldn't stand. I'm just going to say it. Okay? I'm going to be messy as shit right now. Have y'all, if you don't, like, I don't follow Cardi B on social media, but when I looked up and saw that she had the same hairstyle as Meg the Stallion, but she did it in a different variation where she had the blonde roots that melted down into the like brown ends and shit. And then I was like, but Megan just did the blonde in the same type of brown. Like, bitch, we see what you're doing. Like, come on. If you just stop copycatting, then we can get something fat like your first album, though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Libra, stop with the inspired versions, okay? Appreciate that version that you see, but cut that shit out, all right? You are a bombshell. You don't need to go with the inspired versions. You don't have to be the better version of something. Open that lane up. Do something creative that isn't inspired, and then this is getting in the way of your success and your growth. Okay, you want to bring something fresh to the table, yourself to the table. A lot of this, the reason why I say this, and don't think I'm picking on you, Libra, you are the sign of balance. Okay, so whether you know it or not, okay, you inherently want to balance with your environment. And what this means is if you appreciate something, you naturally feel it's natural to you per your star sign for you to want to mimic that thing, to bring that into, because it represents something for you. But in that process, you don't realize that you're doing this, but it's almost as if you illegitimize someone else's creativity when you mimic it in order to keep balance. It's you may be in your mind thinking you're paying homage, but you're illegitimizing someone else's creativity and kind of bastardizing it and doing that to yourself. When you are ruled by Venus, I mean, you are the breath of creativity. All right. So with that, you want to strive to bring in your differences. Your differences will bring balance to the situation instead of you having to complement the situation. Okay. Sometimes we need differences in order to have balance. Otherwise, if everyone's doing the same thing, it's going to get crowded real fast. Okay. So for some of you, this may be in your career. I'm picking up because, of course, I mean, it's out here, the success and growth. This is the 8 of Wands. So what this means is whatever you're doing, whatever you're mimicking, whatever you are watching, whatever you are allowing to, you've been doing for a while, is holding you back from that fast movement that you have been desiring. For people to pick up what you're doing and run with it because we've seen it before, right? If we've seen it before, we can't appreciate your variation because we are looking at the fact that we've seen it before. The only way that one can appreciate your uniqueness is if it's something that's new. Okay. So even if you appreciate something, let it inspire you to create your own version of it. Okay. Kim Kardashian is a Libra, but she is known to try to remanufacture some things, and she get called out all the time on her makeup line for stealing other people's brands and ideas. And it really makes her, it alienates her from other participation, like participating in other brands. You know what I'm saying? Like you either love or hate Kim K because you feel as though she is doing something that in her heart she may not truly be doing. Like you may feel like Kim Kardashian is trying to play everybody, but in her heart she probably wasn't doing it. She probably was just trying to align with what she appreciated, but it seemed as though it was inauthentic because it was just a fabrication of something we've seen before. Okay. And it feels as though she's doing it to make herself look good without giving proper reference. Libra, this is a whole new year. We want to see what you can bring to the table. And what that means is that it has to be original. So if this means you have to limit watching other people who are in your same lane so that we can gather something that's original, then that's what it means. If you have a problem solving approach, lead with that instead of the improved version of something. Okay. Because that's going to be key to your success. All right. So then let's go ahead and get into it. Let's pull you another card. Like we see it, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody see it. It's just Libra can be so sweet and sometimes so balanced. Libra can be cutthroat though, but Libra can, be kind of a friend to everybody. But the saying, if you're a friend to everybody, you're a friend to no one. Trying to keep balance, in everything, but it can make it inauthentic. And I know that that's not something that you're aiming for. So that's why I'm speaking on it, because if that's something that you have been accused of in the past, then it's time to refresh it up because we need it. We need that Venus energy. We need that cardinal Venus energy, but we want the originality to go with it. Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay. Conflict. Mental conflict. That's air energy. That's your energy. I don't think the 5 of Swords belongs to the Libras. I believe that belongs to the Aquarius. So you could be battling with an Aquarius. And it's funny because I literally just told y'all about Cardi B's hairstyle that is just a variation of the Aquarius who is Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm just saying though. I'm just saying we see you out here, pimp. We see you. We want to see your originality. Okay? Okay? Your originality is what brings the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? The originality is what brings the money. The originality is what helps you stand out. And it's not a version of what we've seen before. It's not an improvement of what we've seen before. It's something new that we desperately need. Okay? All right. Okay, so that's that. All right, next up, Scorpio. Listen, I'm not trying to be a messy bitch, but I'm being for real. I'm being for real. Like with all of that talent and all of that, you know what I'm saying, all of that range, why in the hell would you know what I'm saying? Why would you mimic somebody else? Why would you do that? And what it looks like, and I mean, I'm not talking about Libras, but I was thinking about Cardi B. I kind of, you know what I'm saying, sounding off from it. Like, why would you do that? Like, it makes no sense. Why would you mimic someone else and try to release a better version? Because we're coming into the 20s. You don't think we don't see the inauthenticity there? Like, you're going to try to be better than somebody else while then presenting yourself as a champion of women being themselves? Like, come on now. Like, what's your message? What's your message? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into the Scorpio. Scorpio, what do you need to release over the next 2 weeks? Let's see here. Scorpio. Yeah, I said fuck all that side shuffling. You know what I'm saying? All right. Crown chakra. All right. Okay. Scorpio, I'm going to say this, and then at the bottom of the deck, I have to give you that. We got healing. Okay. Scorpio, I'm not going to even get on your case because the sun is opposing you right now. So what we have to do is release the noise so that you can get connected to your higher self, okay? And this is going to help you break some chains and maybe some thought processes. And if you've been vortexing over the last couple of months, this is meant to help break you out of that vortex, okay? So this to me is noise, having external noise that's distracting you from your spiritual hygiene. Okay? Spiritual hygiene. Having background noise, background energies, people coming and going, dumping their energy, their energetic frequencies upon you, and you absorbing everyone's energy, which is throwing you off from your higher self and having you vortex and feel uncomfortable and unsafe, thus having you retreat into yourself. Okay, having the opposite effect to connecting to your higher self and breaking some bonds or chains that are surrounding you. Okay, so I'm going to highly recommend that you release that. If you have to cut people off, if you have to get off the phone with people, if you have to have a couple of days to yourself where you can't be like Superman or Superwoman for everybody. Okay, we need Batman. We need Batwoman. All right, we need you to come from that perspective where we don't have to think that you are about the light. It's about you're doing the best for you and the people and surroundings around you, whether people like it or not. Okay, and if some of you have been forced to feel like you have to please people to get your point across, this right here is disconnecting you from your higher self. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to come out of it if you can. All right, let me pull you a couple more cards and we're going to move on. Okay. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. You are self-sufficient. Again, you don't have to please anyone. All right, what you have to offer is good enough. Okay, You don't have to go and put on a minstrel show for anybody to get people to bite, okay? You have already proven your value and your worth. I just think that you forgot about that. So now it's time to connect to your higher self and get yourself out of this vortex, okay? That wanted to come out for you. I'm going to pull you one more card. Okay, we have the Lovers card. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Okay, Two of Cups. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, this particular Five of Pentacles doesn't mean that you're out in the cold. It means that you've gotten your fix. You were out in the cold. You went into the church. You got your needs met. You got a warm meal cooked for you. And then they gave you a couple of, they gave you some rations, okay? They gave you some things that you can now move on your journey, okay? So this need of feeling like you're out in the cold, that time period is coming to an end, all right? We are here for it. Whatever you're selling, Scorpio, we are here for it, okay? You just need to make a decision, okay? Make a decision. People are supporting you, so you have to go with what's in your heart. The support is going to come long as you stay true to yourself. So if you've been feeling insecure, feeling like you need to people please, feeling like the changes that you need to make means that you need to be nicer, you can be nicer and you can be sweet and you can be all of that. But if you're being inauthentic, then who is that helping? Nobody, right? So what we want to do here, we want to see you win. And that winning comes from you acknowledging truly, not for ego's sake, but truly that you have your portion, that your cup runneth over, and you not being ashamed of that. So we really need you to come through, Doja Cat. Okay? We really need you to show your ass right now. All right? Because this is something we can appreciate. All right? You have admirers who are waiting for you as well. Okay? People who really want to partner with you as well. So if you've been feeling insecure, you know, and it's getting in the way of you partnering with people, reaching out for help, reaching out for support, then you need to know that people are waiting to support you. You just need to open your mouth, okay, and ask, because with your energy, a lot of times a person may feel like you don't want to no one to know that you're vulnerable in that area. And this is letting us know that you're safe. Not only that, okay, you no longer have to feel as though you're outside of the loop, okay? So release that need to people please, and over the next 2 weeks, really understand why you're doing it. Understand and overstand and understand why you're doing that. And, you know, if you build it, people will come. It's just simple like that, okay? All right? You don't have to cater it to make sure someone likes it. We like it already. We don't even know what it is. We already like it, okay? Just put it out there, okay? So Sagittarius, you are up next. These are also for sun, moon, risings, okay? Sagittarius, what you're needing to release over the next 2 weeks. And excuse me if you guys are coming in. I'm missing 3 nails, bitch. At first I was going to go black screen, but I decided not to go black screen. But, you know what I'm saying, charge it to my head and not my heart. I do promise that when I do the individual videos, you guys will have a whole set of sexiness to look at, okay? I promise you, but just right now, you just got to give it to me, child. Shit. Blame the fucking quarantine. I don't know. Anyway, Sagittarius, what are you releasing over the next 2 weeks? Okay, we have this is actually the same thing as the Lovers, okay? So this is indecision, okay? Indecision about, in this, I'm going to say this right here. I wouldn't even say it's indecision. You have a fear of bonding, and I don't know where that's coming from, but it's coming up right now. Let me take a sip. It's coming up right now. And I think that you have a fear of losing your individuality. But what you got to understand is your person, Sagittarius, or your work environment, or your group, or your tribe is a part of your DNA. So you can't lose your individuality because it's encouraged in this partnering. So whether this is a job, whether this is a work group, whether this is friendships, you have to understand that if you value something, your tribe also values that as well. So in joining, you don't lose that identity. You join with other people or other energies that appreciate that independence that you desire. Okay. So this is a part of your DNA. It's a reason why you see the spiral that's being made with those vines. Okay. The, whoever is your tribe, they share that same energy. Okay. So some of you may be, you know, faced with a situation in which, you know, you feel insecure about letting people get closer to you or bonding at this time. You got to face why you have an issue bonding. Okay. What bonding means to you. Do you feel like you're relinquishing something? You're relinquishing a part of your soul? Do you feel insecure about that? Do you feel trapped by that? And at the other end of it, could you be trapping yourself in your own thoughts as it relates to bonding? Okay. All right. You have the Three of Wands. Some of you could be releasing a bond. Okay. So you may have fears about releasing a bond. And that could be showing up. The other side of it is that you are running for cover because bonding scares the shit out of you. I feel like for majority of my Sagittarius is that is releasing a close bond. Okay. And you're doing so to have a sense of control because you don't want to be like caged in or locked in, and that's causing you more fear than's necessary. And so this is why you possibly feel like turning your back on this bond of some sort. Okay, over the next 2 weeks, this may become apparent. All right. It takes, with the Three of Pentacles here, this, in order to have a masterpiece, it's going to take more than one person. It's going to take a group effort. Okay. So with this Three of Pentacles here, I understand your individuality and you needing to be free, but in order to have works that you can be proud of or even higher understanding, it's going to take a team. Okay. So if you are sabotaging yourself from having this team, the other side of it is that you don't find this completion. We have some threes here, 2 threes and then a 6. Okay. So what is this? 12. Okay, which reduces down to the number 3. So it's going to take this kind of Trinity energy, but it requires you to stop turning your back on the assistance and on your tribe. You know, just giving a little bit, but not enough. Okay, in order to do the real work, you must come together. Okay, so I don't know who this is about, but if you are afraid of partnering, it's working against you at this time. So you may need to release that or get to the bottom of that fear so that you can release it. Okay, over the next 2 weeks with this full moon in Scorpio. Okay. That's a very strange and odd reading because when I think about Sagittarius, I don't think about someone who is like that, because I always see Sagittarius as being very lighthearted. You know, Sagittarius are very friendly. They tend to do well in group settings, but Sagittarius can also be the types that will hide. Like they will hide. They, you know, when you're around people, you're good, but then you have long periods of solitude, you know, in which you're doing your own thing by yourself. But I think what we're asking for you is to bring in like group up with other people who are just like you so that you don't feel that your freedom is being imposed on. Okay. So next up is Capricorn. Capricorn. We have strengthening bonds. Okay, so Capricorn, you can have a similar energy to the Sagittarius. What you need to release is the way that I see this here. Stagnation. Stagnation. And I'm also seeing release this something that is causing you to be stagnant is holding up your bag. And you need to fucking release that, okay? You are sitting on you're Capricorn, whatever you got going on, it is a money making machine. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. And you are feeling a bit out of sorts. Things are not structured, and you feel nervous and unsure and unclear about how you want to do things. But I'm going to tell you over the next 2 weeks, you need to get to the bottom of that shit. Because whatever it is that you are sitting on is a cash cow. Not only that, but it's a good that the collective benefits from. Okay? It's time to execute, Capricorn. Okay? Not execute a Capricorn. All right? It's time. Some of you might feel that way, Capricorn be getting hated on all the time. Anyway, it's time to execute. You are sitting on a cash cow. Okay? And if you have anything that is causing you to have insecurity in your abilities, and this is centered around creativity. This is not just workplace and money. This is creativity. Something that Capricorns don't normally lead with, but when they do, they are the best. Yeah, I said it. They are the best. They are memorable. Their work is groundbreaking. Look up any Capricorn artist, musician, painter, performer, movie person, anyone that's in the public eye and celebrity that you know. Capricorn tends to be a name, like whoever holds the star sign, whether it be sun, moon, or rising, tends to dominate in their industry. Okay? And their name goes down in the books forever. Okay? John Legend, Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly. You can say what you want to say about R. Kelly, but it is what it is. Okay? All right? Just to name a few. Tiger Woods. Okay? You can say what you want to say about LeBron James. Okay? Shit, Dwayne Wade. You can say what you want to say. But Capricorns generally in your industry, you tend to dominate. But there is something here in which you may feel insecure about the people that you have to rub shoulders with in order to get something done. You can't do it on your own. And that's what the strengthening bonds is here to tell us. It's time to strengthen those bonds with the right people, okay? Because what you have to bring to the table, if you don't use it, someone else will. Okay, allow people to support you. Be vulnerable, because this allows you to strengthen the very thing that congeals you with your tribe. Okay, and that's a bond. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a couple cards. Exactly. Thank you, BB's okay. A lot of people be hating on Capricorns, but Capricorns, whatever Capricorns do, they are masterful in whatever it is, even if we don't like it, even if it's morally wrong. I mean, the girl from the 1970s porn, Deep Throat, she's Capricorn. Linda Lovelace or something like that. I mean, she made porn mainstream. She was a Capricorn. And that's on period. Okay? And those just random facts and shit, but I'm just keeping it real. When Capricorns shine, they shine. Like, and it's not temporary. It's not a fad that go down in history. People are still talking about it later. You know what I'm saying? For generations. So then let's pull a couple of cards here. We have the Ace of Swords. Cut it off. This is new ideas, new perspectives, and this is going to be coming from the bonds that you need to create. Let's go ahead and pull you a after tarot so we can keep it moving. Ace of Wands. You got aces all over the place. I mean, this right here is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay. Ace of Wands. So by making these moves and coming out, allowing your vulnerabilities to show, operating from your heart, operating from your passion, you generate people who have genuine interest in helping move your dreams and or goals forward. But you got to get out of your own way and uproot those insecurities, and from your insecurities shine. Okay? Capricorn, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be out there. Okay? You are shit. Saturn. Okay? What the fuck are they gonna say? What they gonna say? What they gonna say? Okay? And plus, you're gonna be clean as hell when you do it. So, what the hell, Capricorn? It's time to release your fear of ridicule. Okay, your fear of rejection. Okay, and your fear of making mistakes. Okay, that's human, and people need to see that side of you, your humanity. All right. Okay, Capricorn. We're moving on to Aquarius. Y'all, we down. We got 2 more to go. Okay. Yes, honey. Linda Lovelace. She did the film. I think it was like a soft, like they call it porn, but it was like the first porn that was like in the 70s that were shown like in major theaters, and it was called Deep Throat. Even though she herself was into some weird ass shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, she was. You know, they can't say nothing about like now. Like, you know, just understand some of these people are some people's grandmamas right now and granddaddies that was doing this shit. Like Linda Lovelace was into some weird ass shit. Okay. In order to, I think she was doing those weird, like, you know, sex acts and shit and like bestiality and shit. Because, you know, like I said, Capricorns can be very earthy kind of energies. Okay. I'm not saying all Capricorns are into that kind of shit, but I'm just saying though, I think that she looked at it as a business and she was into some weird ass shit, you know. But yeah, she changed. I mean, she made porn mainstream. I mean, and even though she regretted it, I mean, I think after a lot of things, she even came out and was an advocate against pornography after the fact because of what it does to the human, the being, like your being. And at that time, you know, we're talking male chauvinistic kind of energies, which, you know, I'm not a advocate for porn, but I do like the fact that women are directing more porn videos now, and that you have women who are directing and have production companies, so that you don't get the misogynistic art form of porn in which women are merely used to be, you know, like a massage assistant. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I like the fact that women are taking control and have their own things that, you know, I do love that. I think that's fantastic. So, you know. But yeah, Linda Lovelace, you look that up. And I don't think she was in Caligula, but Caligula was something crazy. We'll talk about Caligula later. Those damn Greeks, y'all, that shit was crazy. I don't know why I just thought about Caligula, but yeah, if you've never seen the uncut version of Caligula, it was produced by by Hustlers. I think Hustlers, the magazine company, and the uncut version is demonic as hell. I swear to God, it is. It is. Please do not put that in your Netflix history, or I don't even think you can get that on Netflix. It's dead. It's that bad. It is heathenistic. Like, if I was Greek, I would hate the fact that I was Greek and that was my depiction. That shit right there is demonic as hell. But yeah, Caligula. I don't know why. Why did I think about Caligula? I'm getting ready for Aquarius. Anyway, let's move on to Aquarius. And don't ask me how I know all of this shit, okay? That's none of your business. Anyway, so let's move on to Aquarius. Okay. Why is everybody getting the crown chakra? I'm going to pull you another card, Aquarius. So Aquarius also, who else got the, wait a minute. Okay, so Scorpio got the crown chakra. Okay, you could be dealing with that. I don't know who else got the crown chakra too. But release the noise. Okay. And spread your wings. So, okay, we have the 2 of Wands. All right. So with this right here, Aquarius, release any type of self-imposed shackles. I don't know why I just, they came to me. It's like self-imposed shackles. Okay. It's time for you to venture in a way that you haven't. It's time for you to show up a little bit different than the way that you have. And this may require you to connect with your higher self, to feel comfortable expressing yourself in a new way, to feel comfortable trying something new, presenting the things that you want to innovate. I think over the last year, some Aquariuses have felt like they couldn't stand out or they couldn't go against the grain. And right now, anything that's having you feel like you want to hold back, and not show your innovations, not show your weird side, not fly your freak flag, you need to release that. Okay, it's time for you to step out on faith. If there is something that you have, trust me, the world's going to appreciate it. When we have the spread your wings card, you could, any set of possibilities could come to pass. Okay, but stagnation is not a go for you. Okay, it definitely means we do have to operate from our crown chakra, our higher self, to download data into our conscious self. Okay. If you allow yourself to be an instrument of higher vibration, this is going to open you up and help break the chains from your ankles. Okay. I just got when I thought about Aquarius, as I was laying those cards down, I saw like a bird or like an eagle or a hawk, and the hawk or eagle ankles were chained to like a beam, and you couldn't fly or you couldn't move. All right. So what I'm saying here, when we see the crown chakra, I feel as though when I saw that card, it was self-imposed imprisonment or self-imposed box, and you've been operating neatly inside of that box. Okay, doing what you believe that people will eat up and will like, and not allowing your innovator to come out. Okay, this is not the time to do so. It is time to release that. Okay, it's time to let that part of you die off, to feel as though you need to operate within the box, and it's definitely time to color outside the lines. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing over the next 2 weeks. All right, we do have the 2 of Cups. Okay, so with the 2 of Cups, it looks like you meet your match in this, so you can't lie to yourself anymore, even with this. Okay, over the next 2 weeks, someone very close to you may call you out on this, and it's going to be all love. Okay, it's going to be all love, but they're going to remind you of who you are and how you should be operating. Okay, there may be opportunities in the next 2 weeks to solidify a relationship. Okay, something that you felt that you couldn't have done. Okay, or wasn't available to you. New love also could be being presented, but you have to be able to be open to it. All right. Those are a lot of things that could be surrounding you. So with this, if you feel connected to this person, go for it. Okay. Okay. You had two cards drop out. You have the Five of Swords, all right? But no one's going to be dealing with that, all right? You have the Six of Swords, the High Priestess. You may be dealing with a Taurus individual. You also have a Leo, okay? So all of the fixed signs, with exception to Pisces, Virgo here, okay? But you immediately move out of conflict and on to smoother, like smoother. What the hell am I talking about? Unshaky ground. Like you get off of, like, what the hell am I talking about? Stormy seas or some shit. I don't like, bitch. I got lost for words right in the middle of that. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, you move out of this place where there's a lot of mental turmoil, and you move on to safer grounds. Okay. This could be in a love relationship, but try to keep your relationships on the hush hush. Okay. Also, too, with this, don't be afraid. If this is a love related situation, okay, there may be, when you know what, I'll save this for the Aquarius reading, but I'm going to say this right here. If somebody's coming on to you and it's an easy situation, they may have a partner, or Aquarius, you might be tempted to step out on your partner, okay? You might be tempted to cheat, okay? You definitely need to release this, okay? Because what I feel like, I'm just going to keep it real with you. And some Aquarius might finna be mad at me for this shit. But I just got to say it because it's on my heart. Aquarius, if you're doing that passive aggressive shit, in the next 2 weeks, this is not your higher self. This is your lower self, okay? And I'm going to tell you what it is. Aquarius does not like to rock the boat in their relationships. Aquarius will be faithful and be in a marriage, but Aquarius will have a liaison with somebody else. I'm trying to tell you. I've seen it. I know it. Okay? Aquarius, if you want to have a polyamorous relationship, that's perfectly fine. Spread your wings and fucking fly. Do that and come from a place of honesty, especially if you are dealing with an earth sign individual, okay, or fire sign individual, okay. But there's a hidden woman in this situation, and that doesn't really work well with your energy. Either Aquarius, this is you, or who you're dealing with, okay. This is some real shit. This is not everybody, okay, but I'm going to just tell you, if you're dealing with these very proud energies, okay, we got Leo and Taurus. These are the other fixed signs, okay? And if that hidden woman or hidden man is here, that's lowering your vibration. Because if anything, if you want to be polyamorous, lead from that, okay? Lead from that. Don't get with these type of energies, this fire and this earth sign, and force them into a situation in which they fall in love with you, but you want to have options. Aquarius is even though Aquarius will marry, because Aquarius is still a fixed sign, they will marry and stay in a long-term relationship. However, Aquariuses are notorious for cheating in the most slick way, which no one will ever pick up on. It's ingenious. It's ingenious, but Aquariuses, when they are very stressed out at work, they can be some of the biggest freaks, and I'm here for it, bitch. Okay, I done dated a whole bunch, like Virgos, and I've dated my fair share. Okay, so Aquarius, if you want a polyamorous relationship, ain't nothing wrong with that. Come direct. Okay, I think that Aquarius tries to fit into society sometimes and is afraid to say that they are interested in dating multiple people. No one's going to hate on you for this, but what will hurt someone is if you feel the need to do it behind their back, meaning that you don't trust them to understand that this is what you need in your life when it comes to sex and relationships. Okay, if you need to be a freak, baby. It's cool. It's cool. Lead from it from a place of authenticity. Okay, instead of trying to make everything fit into a pretty box. Okay, lead from a place of being authentic. Okay, if you are dating an Aquarius, if they get distant on you, spend a lot of time in the media room, spend a lot of time in the computer away from you, spend a lot of time at work, or if you guys work, if their work is very far from the home. Okay, if they are unresponsive or dip out on you. Okay, you may want to foster an environment in which the Aquarius feels like they can communicate with you their higher ideals without being stuffed into a cage or being judged. Otherwise, don't fuck with an Aquarius. Okay, because that drive, that inner drive to get you a little bit of nookie on the side is here. Like you being you is activated. It's hella activated. Okay, and you might be doing some sneak to get to it. Okay, yeah. All right, come from it. Release this need to do it behind the scenes. Okay, come from it from a place of authenticity, so everyone feels like at least I have a choice in the matter. If if before I fall in love with you, like if it's your partner, before I fall in love with you, I at least know that this is what you require. So then I know that I can only go so far with you. Right. And that may be something that Aquarius fears, that they won't have quality partners, because if the partners knew that they had, kind of these wandering eyes and these desires to have multiple relationships, you know, they won't be accepted in society. But the truth be told is that if you don't lead with that, then it feels as though you have deceived someone and taken their choice away from them. Okay, their choice. All right. So if you're into something polyamorous, Aquarius, lead with that. Even if you're single right now, lead with your multiple interests. Okay, because you may find that the person who you become in a relationship with, they can respect that and they're into the polyamorous kind of thing with you. Okay. um Other than that, I know I just went completely left because that's not for every Aquarius, but it did show up for me, and I know what that energy is. So when Aquarius act distant, a lot of times they feel as though the things that they want, they desire, either someone doesn't understand, they're intellectually incapable of communicating or conversing with them, and that can be a bit, with Aquarius, that could be a bit condescending. Like, why would you partner with someone you don't feel is intellectually as strong as you? Because you want to fit into society or whatever. Or you feel as though you need to be their personal teacher. These things you need to, in the 20s, especially as we enter your age, you may feel more comfortable with this utopian society, or expressing this idea about this, either a utopian or, you know, equal society in which people are not owned, and instead people are able to, you know, love, free love, and all of that kind of shit. But Aquarius, I don't know. That's some weird shit, but it just came up for me. Outside of that, if you're not having those kind of issues or relationship issues, then this is going to be something in which you do need to express who your true self is, because not only does that free you up, but it also will be inspirational for people around you to see you in your element, innovating and enterprising. Okay, so release any of those self-doubts over the next 2 weeks. All right, and last but not least, Pisces. Pisces. What is Pisces needing to release? Okay. Third eye chakra. Okay, Pisces. Are you afraid of your intuition? Are you being delusional right now, Pisces? Are you operating from delusions of grandeur? Okay. It's time to release that. Okay. Some of my Pisces could be experiencing, and don't feel no kind of ways because I said it, because we all do it. Okay. A lot of times when we are experiencing blockages in our pineal gland or our third eye, to connect to spirit, we sometimes overinflate and operate from the delusions, or in order to connect to spirit. Okay. So Pisces, right now it's time to get in tune with your higher self, but through the interpretation of spirit. It's time to see things for what they are, even in yourself, even if you don't like what you see. Uh, Also, to allow yourself to see other people for who they are. Don't be afraid of that. Okay. With the third eye, it asks us to be incredibly honest in order for us to get the downloads and be able to see things from a higher perspective, and to be able to translate the intuitive messages that we are receiving. And we can't do that if we are suffering from delusion, or we're stuck in an illusion. Okay. So that's what I'm going to say here. If you're feeling insecure, I understand. Take it step by step. Okay. But there is a closing of your third eye, and you're not connected with your intuition. And I don't know why this is happening. Maybe it's because your ruler Neptune is in the sign of Pisces. But for the last couple of months since Pisces season, I've been seeing this with some of my Pisces. Not all Pisces, because we are not the sum of our sun sign, right? You may be a sun sign Pisces, but you may have a moon in Libra or something like that, right? And so you operate a little bit different, okay? Or you may have a moon in Sagittarius, or you may have like a moon, a rising in Virgo or something, or a rising in Capricorn. You know, you could be many different variations of Pisces, right? But I believe that you felt as though people are not able to understand your visions and your view, okay? Pisces have an ego. Pisces also are, people don't know this, but Pisces can have a very big ego. They are opposite of Virgo, so they can also be into the details, so much so that they get lost into the details and overinflate the details, which is what causes the illusions and disillusionment. Okay. Or it creates a sense of being overwhelmed, and now I have to run to the illusion because I feel safe there, because the reality is too much to handle right now. Pisces, slow down. Okay. And face your fear. We don't have to understand you. You are a leader by nature. You are 12th house energy. You don't need to connect with every single person, and they don't have to see the visions the way you see them in order for you to express yourself. Okay? But what I'm going to need you to stop doing is acting like you don't hear the voices. You know you hear those voices, and you know that you see what you see. Okay? You're trying to act normal when you know that you are extraordinary. You're trying to act like something that you're not. Okay? And you are a advanced being, and you should act within those realms. Otherwise, it causes you to disconnect from who you are And in doing so, it disconnects you from from your God body. Okay. And so when I see this third eye calcification, I see people who are very earthy when they're not earth. I see people who are operating in lower vibrations and ashamed of their proclivity to be higher vibrating. I see people who are ultra religious and extra judgmental. Okay. I see people creating, demonizing things that they are unable to accept or uncomfortable expressing that they are interested in. Okay. So this you're not serving your highest good. So understand that, Pisces. So we need you to most definitely um be as vast and as far as you can be, and stop trying to fit in, because we looking to you. We don't need you looking to us. Okay, we're looking to you. And with this third eye chakra, this lends me to believe that some of my Pisces need to release that in order for them to be in tune with their higher self and with their true natures for ascension. Okay? If you're not ascending, none of us are ascending. And that's just the way it is. Okay? That's how it works. If you are low vibrational, we're all low vibrational. That's just the way it is. Okay? You don't get mad at me. You the one who told the ancestors that this is who you wanted to come in. You wanted to come as a as not shit. Some of y'all might come as Capricorn next life, or were Capricorn. But you told them that you wanted to come in as Pisces. Those are the coordinates that you wanted for your sun, moon, or rising. Don't fucking get mad at me about it. Okay, 5 of Wands. Don't get mad at me about the pettiness. Some of you are very petty right now. Some of you are in arguments. You're in struggles for strength, fighting back and forth, Pisces. And you are really operating out of your lower self, okay? Your third eye and your intuition is being clogged by this activity right here. You may find enjoyment in the messiness, but it serves no one, okay? If you're entering these battles with any kind of self-perceived self-righteousness, drop it, okay? Because that you can't have that. Because in a universe of limitless potential, where is the self-righteousness coming from? Technically everyone's right in a limitless universe, right? If it can be conceived, if it can be perceived, it can be conceived, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the self-righteousness has to leave you. But you are engaging in some petty activity, which is cutting you off from your intuition, and it is recalcifying your third eye or your pineal gland. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get you some tarot cards, Pisces, because we want you to come out of this. Y'all been fighting like for a long time too. I just think that some of my Pisces are scarred by I'm going to say this right here for the Pisces though, for real. Pisces, I'm finna rant for a little bit, so I'm sorry, y'all. If you were looking for another sign, you're going to have to let me get this out, because I'm not going to be able to get past it, because I want it to be received well. Pisces, I feel comfortable saying this like this, and I'm sorry if you're not able to digest this, get mad, come back later, okay? But I believe that the reason why Pisces regulates themselves this way, Pisces has a natural energy of a mirror. Okay. So what happens with Pisces is, if they are around people who are unscrupulous and who lack integrity, right? Pisces will mirror that behavior back to the people that they're dealing with. The people that they're dealing with cannot take it when Pisces does this. So they villainize Pisces for it, because it's hard for them to see how dark they are through the lens of Pisces, right? Because when Pisces shows you something, they show it to you and it can be overwhelming, okay? Because Pisces is so vast in energy, is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, okay? So what happens is most people will who that can't stand to see their reflection will then make Pisces the source of their anger, when the truth be told is Pisces was just mirroring back to you the energy you came at them with. Okay? So in turn, Pisces has turned around, and maybe this is what's going on right now. Pisces then gets pissed off. And because Pisces knows your secrets and they know your fears, their 12th house, they will enact on those fears and secrets in order to allow for intimidation for you to get away from them. They will, like, if you guys watch Nat Geo, the school of fish that come like that will enclose a shark so that the other sharks don't eat them, right? All of these school of fish will then act like they're a big shark to intimidate the other sharks, right? And they will be vicious in their attacks to create more intimidation so they can be left alone. This is what Pisces does when it gets fed up. Sometimes Pisces can be perceived as the nastiest person. That was a nasty attack on my character, when the truth be told is that somebody was fucking with the Pisces the whole time. You didn't see it until the Pisces exploded. And then the Pisces is a lot of times blamed to be the scapegoat for all of it. Okay. That's one aspect of Pisces, and I'm seeing that here. Another thing too, sometimes Pisces goes looking for trouble. Pisces, you got to curb that energy that you got. You always, just like Scorpio, you always want to check to see who's loyal to you. What the fuck is that about? Where you'll post something on social media, or you'll do something to see if it gets a reaction out of people, and if a person gets offended to you, that is them admitting that they're not your friend, when the truth be told is that you set a trap for that person to fall into, and you got what you got. These are, again, symptoms of, again, Pisces showing up and being honest and being vast, and people mistreating the Pisces, or Pisces putting themselves in a position to be mistreated. They get jaded and then they take it out on the wrong people. Okay, Pisces, get to the bottom of this over the next 2 weeks. All right, because you have that, you can do that. All right. And this is why people perceive you as a shark sometimes, because they're seeing it after it has happened. They've not seen the shit that was going on when people were gossiping behind your back and when people were setting you up to get sabotaged. They're not seeing it. They're not seeing the, you know what I'm saying, people having secret meetings and working against you and trying to sabotage what you were doing. They're not seeing it. They're seeing the after effects. Okay. And you get so fed up that then you take on this pseudo persona, and then you apply it, or apply that energy to people who it doesn't belong to, thus creating more enemies. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? I hope that I'm making sense to everyone who's Pisces who will run across this. You create more enemies because then you start to apply that same treatment that you gave to your haters and your saboteurs to people who it didn't belong to, thus creating another enemy that only strengthens your enemies that were trying to sabotage you. You understand what I'm saying? So you can create, you have the ability to sometimes even fall under your own illusions to create more enemies that didn't exist before, all because you're operating out of a place of fear from the get-go. You want to understand your energy. You are a mirror, which means that if a person is foul, when they come into your space, you're going to mirror back to them their foulness. Okay? So understand that 12th house energy first and foremost. All right? And everything will be Gucci. All right? Everything will be La Fleur. All right? Okay, so then let's go ahead and get into this. Let's get you an after tarot card, and then we're gonna move out of here. I'm gonna do a couple of 1 card pulls, and guys, listen, I got a whole blunt waiting for me, and I'm trying to get like high as Cootie Brown right now. So let's go ahead and get this we're gonna get this finished and get your 1 questions ready, and we'll do a 1 card pull. Okay. Okay, we have the death card, an end to it. You could be dealing with Scorpio, but we're putting an end to that cycle. Okay, put it into that cycle. Stop creating enemies per insecurity where they don't exist. Stop testing people's loyalty. Connect to your third eye so you can truly see things. Get through the illusions, okay? Let's put an end to it. Okay? All right. So things will start to move into your favor really fast once this death comes upon you. Once this transformation takes place, we can start helping cut you out of this self-limiting thought process and start getting some real traction with the Eight of Wands, okay? Over the next 2 weeks. So see to it that you put death to that shit so that you don't have to constantly apologize to people for your outbursts and your reactions when you get so fed up, and you don't have to hit and go so extreme. Okay, when, in those explosions, because then you're able to see who is authentic and surround yourself with authentic people. Okay, I know you gotta listen. Pisces love that drama shit. Pisces, you love to stir drama, okay, from the behind the scenes, but then you have the audacity to get mad when it bites you in the ass. I mean, what the fuck? Who does that? Pisces, okay? All right. Anyhow, if you guys want to, let's go ahead and start the part where you, if you have any questions, I can go ahead and answer those. I'll do one card pulls, and then y'all know we're going to do an official reading night, and I will be doing the sex cards. The sex cards are going to be on Nala-Ife Talks Live, because it is, 18 plus, so we don't do that on this channel, but we will do it on Nala-Ife Live, so you talk live. So if you have more adult and risque questions, stay tuned for that. Make sure you go into the description bar and check the link for our channel, Nala-Ife Talks Live, where we'll do more of the adult style tarot cards. Okay. Outside of that, if you have any questions, let me read for you. So I'm going to give y'all a few moments to post your question in the chat. Otherwise, I'm finna go roll that good and listen to who playing tonight. What DJ set is on tonight? Let's see. While I wait on y'all, who live right now? Shit. If y'all are interested, I will post where I'm going to be hanging out. So I'm going to be listening to some music, honey. And I will post some of the major DJ sets that I follow on my channel. Nala-Ife Talks, if you're interested in that sort of thing. So you said, oh, hey, it's Piper said, oh, the sex cards. Okay, yes. Lajane says, I want promotion, but not sure how to navigate that. Let's do for you, not Lajane, let me do these right here, the everyday witch cards. And listen, I'm going to say this right here, and I don't care how anyone feels, but I feel some kind of way about y'all. It's 2020, and we still got people who are scared of witchcraft, and I'm going to say it right here. I'm over that. From here on forward, I will not support any brand or any person whatsoever who has something negative to say about witchcraft, voodoo, or hoodoo. And I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I'll talk more about that on my Nala-Ife Talks Live, because I feel that we have culture, responsibilities, spiritual hygiene, and responsibilities culturally to allow people to express themselves how they want to, okay, and have their faith how they want to, so long as their practices are not harming other people, children, and animals and groups of people. Okay. I didn't really want to speak on this, and it's more political than anything. But I actively going forward don't fuck with nobody who has an issue with tarot, an issue with divination, an issue with people expressing themselves, whether it's an ATR, African traditional religion, okay, or people who are not falling in line with Christianity or Catholicism. Okay, just because your ass is spiritually late doesn't mean that everybody else does. And don't lump us all together with people who kill children and kill animals for their kicks and for sacrifices. And as a matter of fact, if you understood ATRs, you wouldn't do that. Okay, so I'm actively urging everyone to pay dust to these motherfuckers. If you come here and you get tarot readings and astrology readings, you have no business talking about someone's going to hell and Satan. Come on. Okay, so I am actively giving my ass to be kissed by anyone who talks negative about people and their use of magic. Okay, I'm not fucking with you, and I don't care how much I loved you in the past. I do not care. If you are a big name and you are casting a shadow of negativity on people like myself, I don't fuck with you heavy. Okay, because quite frankly, it is, I'm gonna answer your question, Lajane. I just had to get that shit out really quick. Quite frankly, it is the lack of practicing ATRs, practicing our energies that have us in positions where we still have to talk about a young man being shot down in Georgia. Okay? I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm not gonna say anything else about the political standpoint in tonight. Now I'm going to run my mouth all day long, but if we are seeing people who have major platforms demonizing people who follow traditional paths, and they're calling it witchcraft and saying that people are sacrificing children and doing that kind of old ignorant ass shit, give reference to what you mean, because there's a whole group of women and men who practice very beautiful religions that can easily be misconstrued as some form of Satanism. Okay, and even in itself being Satanism, they have a motherfucker has the right to do that. What do you think is running this country right now? Okay, like I really am tripping. Like, you sit here and you put out information that kills the very fiber of another person, but you have the audacity to sit up here and judge another person's religion because you feel like it's voodoo, hoodoo, or satanic, but you out here really trying to kill a person's character and their being. Like, who are you? So I don't fuck with people like that. So if you ever have that, if you've ever wondered that, I'm gonna just say it like this: there's a lot of people that I admire, okay, but it don't take nothing but a split second for me to not fuck with you. Okay, with all the information that's available as it relates to the metaphysical and occult world, people should not be pushing narratives still in 2020 moving forward that demonizes what we do. And that's on fucking period. Okay, make sure y'all get those likes up. Hit my Cash App, hit my PayPal. We need to support these communities in which you get your tarot readings from, because I'm sick of this shit. Okay, I'm just gonna say that, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't never hate on the Christians. I come out of Kojic. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, bitch. I'm from the Bible Belt. Most of my magic is done using hoodoo, which uses the implement Psalms. Okay, I can use your beliefs against you straight like that. Okay, the fuck, I mean, I can't stand that. And it be people who come from the communities that need their ATRs, African traditional religions, and they sitting up there looking like a big dummy, talking shit with their conspiracy theories, all while they go and lace us up with nothing but garbage and poison to be distracted with. Fuck you. Okay? That's how I see this shit. I don't care, because I don't got fed up with that shit. I will wholly not fuck with you or your platform and tell other people to not fuck with you. Okay? And change, because if you start affecting people's money, then you're gonna start seeing people stop. Okay? I will start fucking with your money. Fuck all that this social media shit. Okay? You taking I hate that. But Lajane, I don't know why. What made me think about that? As soon as you asked that question and I pulled out these cards, I'm like, I will not fuck with you. Period. Y'all underestimate the power of small influencers. Don't do that. Okay? Because we can network up. Okay? The fuck out of here with that bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit anymore. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it here. I just had to rant for a minute. I'm like, you mean to tell me? Let me tell you something. I normally don't shout out a lot of major tarot channels, but look at the success that Tyler's tarot gets. That is amazing. You see his subscriber count and his story and where he came from and who he is now. And this boy has a gift. Like I'm naming him because he's a big name in the tarot community. Okay, how can you watch that and see what he does and what we all do and see how he's able? This is a business. This is how people are able to give their gifts in exchange for ability to take care of themselves. Okay, he has a major community. Okay, and I look at what he's been able to do. And you have people have the audacity to then talk about people doing what we do and demonizing and calling it satanic. When some of the people who do these tarot channels are people who are they dedicate their lives to helping other people. And if their portion is a nice car and somewhere to lay their head, then that's fine. But it's success in that. Okay, you got people who call themselves Catholics all day long and they out here sacrificing groups of Africans. Okay, let's not talk about it tonight. But your ass get up here and talk about what Beyonce doing. But then let's talk about what the Vatican is doing. The fuck out of here. Okay? I can't stand that shit. I had to get that shit off my chest. But here we go. Woo! All right. You said promotion. You said here, connect with Gaia. Okay, so you have command of the earth, Lajane. What this means here is that you have the intellect here to make real changes. This is what's going to get you promoted. Your connection, your ability. Okay, we're just going to keep it because, me and you, we know, I know what's going on. I'm not going to go too deep into that on a public forum. But your connection with spirit actually will give you creative hits. When it comes to these cards, baby, you got stories that you can pull about people. You putting out good work based on what you are downloading from spirit, especially from this earth energy, is going to be what propels you forward. You have foresight, Lajane. So with that foresight, that's what's going to make you a leader in your industry. Okay, it's the best way that I can answer it while keeping some things anonymous. Okay, you having your ear to the ground, you will be able to present the information that no one was able to catch, and this is what's going to make you stand out. Okay, so that's the best way that I can answer that. So I hope that you understand what I'm saying. I hope that you understand what I'm saying. It is through what is being revealed to you and you taking those hints spiritually and investigating that. Okay, investigating that and presenting it, which is going to make you will become the right hand woman to the right person. If that makes any sense. So type in the chat if that makes sense to me. Okay? Just so we can, because I'm trying to say it, but you know, me and you, when we chit chat back and forth, me and you know, okay, you got me. Okay. Because I didn't want to go into, I didn't want to, you know what I mean. And BB says here, well, people misuse and abuse witchcraft, but I digress. People use and abuse witches as well. Exactly. Hell. I mean, that shit puts a person's life in danger. You go out here and you talk like that, and you put my life in danger. You make me out to be a source for people to raise their pitchforks to come and kill me and mine. As a matter of fact, that's what they do to albino children in some countries. Okay? When you do that, you put my life in danger. Bitch, I don't fuck with you. It's simple as that. Like it's not it's no, you know, it's no social media shit. It's just you put people's lives in danger because people then will scapegoat people like myself, right? To then be some pseudo energy to hate. No, man, no, hell no. I'm not lying. I'm going for your pockets. Shit. Lovely Kai says financial advice. Not sure if it would be best for me to find a job for the summer or work on starting a business or something else. Okay. Let's look. Because I'm doing one card pool, so fire magic. Okay. So I'm gonna say this right here. If you Lovely Kai, I'm gonna highly recommend. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation, Lajne. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna recommend, Lovely Kai, that you when I'm getting fire magic, I'm getting inspiration. I'm getting intuition, but I'm also getting summertime. So yes, I would say that if you are going for a career, if you would like to do another job, this would be a good thing for you to do. When I get fire magic, I'm also hearing petition. Okay. This is a great time for you to use this energy to petition, maybe with some candle magic, because fire magic consists of candle magic, but it also consists of saging, palo santo, and using certain herbs for burnt offerings. And you can give burnt offerings to your ancestors. You can, if that's what they receive. Okay, a lot of people of different schools and of different systems don't offer their ancestors herbs. Okay, they offer them food. Okay, and water. Okay, and a candle. But if you put a glass of water, candle, and something working with your ancestors, that would also be fire magic. Okay. In other senses, you could work with candle magic to conjure up the type of career that you want. Okay. Outside of that, that's if you wanted to do something metaphysical and occult. Outside of that, in other words, it's in your hands. Your actions, fire is the energy of action. Okay. um your actions will produce results. Okay. So that's the best way that I can answer that question, because we're only doing one card pools. I hope that I answered the question, but it would be advantageous in the summer season, especially as we get into July, to consider additional streams of revenue. Okay. um it's limitless. You're limitless in your ability. Okay. Another way that you can look at this is you could I was gonna be real stupid real quick. I was gonna tell you to puff the magic dragon, and and that could help you connect. But then if you're looking for a job, they might do a drug test. But anyway, I'm not trying to be funny, lovely Kai. It's just the thought came to my mind. But you know, it may be something in marijuana. I don't know that, you know, but I'm just gonna say that you have command. And when we see fire magic here, this means that you have the passion and drive. It's about getting your passion and drive to align with your with what resources you have. Okay. But if you were to do magic on this, I would definitely regulate to candle magic, okay? To set out a petition to bring in that wealth or that additional stream of income that you're asking for, okay? Like, I feel like that line from Color Purple, me and my sisters gonna get together and whoop your ass. You know, I just got so mad and irked by that. I'm so irked by it. Like, do you like what? Don't piss off the I mean, okay? Fuck you mean. Exactly. Lovey Cats. I've been telling a lot of people very rude about witchcraft and tarot. It's been on my mind lately. Right. Well, fuck you up. Don't y'all understand? Look up the I mean. Okay? They are very revered in Ifa tradition. Don't fuck with the witches. Okay? Y'all think, like, I don't know what kind of Mickey Mouse ass, you know what I'm saying, Cinderella ass world we live in. No, nigga, it's not gonna be flying across, like, it's not gonna be like bibbity bobbity boop. But what you might find is a series of unfortunate events. Okay? Shit. This shit bothers me. And the people that you're pandering to are the biggest witches. Shit, the people in the church. What you talking about? Ooh. Somebody with a person, let me tell you something. A Christian witch is one of the most dangerous ones because they will pray your ass into a coma and up out this world. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? Like, honestly. Oh shit. Look, the ingenious of the slaves to take on someone else's religion but infuse it with the beliefs. Those people doing them prayers in the South, honey, in them backwoods and in them churches that also still have that energy handed down to them through slavery. Okay, and those saints in those churches will lay your ass out. Okay, it could have been a lot worse in slavery for some of us. It was through their magic that it wasn't. Shit. Now, I understand Lincoln may have not been for the slaves and it may have been advantageous, but that's sometimes how magic works. Is that it doesn't show up the way you think it does. It just gets the shit done. But I think that we have, as a collective, disconnected from our abilities and allow other people's sorcery to take over. Because when you have the Christians, not the Christians, but the religious telling you that it's evil, then you don't utilize your abilities. And this is what happens. This is why you have all of this turmoil, because other people are using sorcery on people who gave up their sorcery. And you have people who are in positions who know shit, no hidden knowledge, and they still sit up there and speak ignorant of their lips. Fuck you. You know? Lots of misinformation. It pisses me off. Exactly. You say, I want the promotion of leadership and be able to move back to the South. Absolutely. I would like to move to move to North Carolina. Okay. At some point I want to be back in the Carolinas. Okay. Lajane, you say, yeah. I'm telling you, he's amazing. He's amazing. You have people here, I mean, discouraging people who are tarot readers when the truth be told is that you might be holding your gifts back. Okay, and some of the most spiritual people do the shit. That's what pisses me off, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go on here, y'all. I'm gonna do a reading night. So if y'all are interested in the reading night, I'm gonna do the reading night on my other channel. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to do 2 sets of the reading night. So I'll post on my other channel in the community feed when we do the reading nights. But yeah, going forward, for people who demonize what we do, I'm not gonna sit back and continue to support them because we look like skin folk. I won't be doing that. Okay, or it seems as though you do something that entertains me. If you don't have regard for me and mines, then bitch, fuck you. It is okay. If you don't have regard for me and mines and my lineage, and hell, even your own lineage, then it's fuck you. And that's just where it's at. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and log out, y'all. I love y'all so much. We will do reading night. I also will be putting out some more videos, and and we're just gonna go from there. I do my best to never discourage people. I don't care if you're a Catholic. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what religion you are. You are all welcome on the channel and are supported. Okay, I look out for the whole. But then when people come here and they get inspired by us, they look at our celebrity readings and then they go and find stories that correlate with our celebrity readings. And then they have the audacity to then turn around and try to give a certain word or say something that could then discourage our ability to take care of ourselves. I don't fuck with you. And that's just that on that. Okay? Christians have been responsible for some of the worst atrocities in the world. But you sit up here and have the audacity to do a conspiracy on witchcraft. You better go and have several fucking seats. Okay? Love y'all. This is your girl Nala-Ife signing off for Nala-Ife Tarot. And I will talk to you guys here soon. Okay, much love. Mwah. Thank you so much, BB. Thank you so much, Hayes Piper. Thank you so much to Wanda Vance, Miss Lajane. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for Miss Lovely Kai and whoever else watched and tuned in. I mean no offense to anyone, but I don't like. I believe in being able to speak my truth and say what is from my heart. Sometimes my delivery is what it is, and I would rather charge it to your head and not your heart. I do have enough integrity to know that I'm coming to your head before I have to come to your heart. Okay, but I'm hoping to stir in you feelings of humanity and understanding so that you can see where I'm coming from. And maybe in your understanding, you could be a little more inclusive yourself. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm finna smoke this good, and I will see y'all tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll have 2 lives for the reading night. Tomorrow, Saturday, and also Sunday. Okay. Love y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace.